Morning to all my students. Today we shall continue with the first chapter that we had discussed in the previous class. We had discussed about the cell and its organelle. Next, one of the important organelle is Golgi Apparatus. Golgi Apparatus, also known as Golgi Bodies. In plants, it is known as Dictosomes. This organelle was first discovered by Camillo Golgi, and therefore the name Golgi body or Golgi apparatus. It consists of three elements, as you can see in the diagram. It consists of stacks of elongated tubules, small vesicles, and larger vacuoles. They are involved in the formation of other organelle such as lysosome and also involved in the transport and secretion of enzymes and hormones. The next organelle is plastids. Plastids are the organelle found only in plant cell. They are of three types. Number one, leucoplast. Second, chromoplast. And third, chloroplast. Leucoplasts are also known as colorless plastids since they do not have any colored pigment. They are usually involved in the storage of food in the form of starch found in the roots and in potato. The next type of plastids are also known as colored plastids or chromoplast. They are responsible for imparting colors to the petals of flowers and fruits. They have certain pigments which impart different colors to the petals of flowers and fruits. These pigments are known as xanthophyll and carotene. Collectively, they are called as carotenoids. Besides this, we also have some other pigments which do not come under chromoplast. These pigments usually impart colors like violet, blue, or purple. They are collectively called as anthocyanins, which we shall be discussing later on in another organelle. The third type of plastid and very important plastids are chloroplast, also known as green plastid. Where they are located? They are located in the young green stems and leaves. They contain the pigment chlorophyll, which is green in color. Therefore, you can find the leaves are green in color. And also the young stems, they are often green in color. This plastid, that is the chloroplast, consists of double membrane structure, as you can see. The outer membrane is smooth, while the inner membrane is thrown into lamellated structures known as thylakoids. These thylakoids are arranged one above the other like a pile of coins. Collectively, they are called as grana. They are joined to another granum with the help of interstromal lamellae or frets. The thylakoids, as you can see, are embedded with chlorophyll pigment. Their function is to trap solar energy and is responsible for the light reaction of photosynthesis. Now the question arises, what do we mean by light reaction? The process of photosynthesis is not simple, as we have studied in the previous classes. The chlorophyll pigment traps the solar energy and leads to another most important process called as photolysis of water or splitting up of the water molecule. The ground substance is called as stroma or matrix, which contains organic and inorganic compounds, chloroplast DNA. Therefore, chloroplast and mitochondria are also called as semi-autonomous organelle since they contain their own DNA. The function of the chloroplast is to help in the process, or they are involved in the process of photosynthesis. Next, we come to another or most important organelle, ribosomes. Ribosomes are small spherical structures or bodies which are found scattered in the cytoplasm of the cell or attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. They are involved in protein synthesis. They are made up of protein and RNA or the ribosomal content. Next most important organelle are the centrosome, found only in animal cell. What is centrosome? It is a clear space in the cell located just above the nucleus and are involved in cell division. As you can see, the clear space called centrosome, and within it there are two bodies, structures you can say, called as centrioles, which are at right angles to each other. Surrounded, you can see, are minute microtubules, also known as esters, which are involved in spindle formation during the process of cell division, mitosis, and meiosis. Function of the centrosome with centrioles is to initiate and regulate cell division. We come to one important type of cell called as prokaryotic cell. These are usually found in bacteria and cyanobacteria. Other name of cyanobacteria is blue-green algae. Why they are called as prokaryotic cell? Because the nucleus is not well defined. The nucleus do not contain any nuclear membrane, neither nucleus or nucleoplasm. It just consists of a strand of DNA called as nucleide. The prokaryotic cell, as you can see, has flagellum, which is involved in locomotion. Membrane-bound organelles are absent. You can see they have a special structure in some of the bacterial cell called as plasmid. What are plasmid? They are extra chromosomal DNA present along with the nucleide. They are also involved in reproduction or exchange of genetic material. You have one more structure called as capsule. This particular structure helps the bacterial cell to tide over unfavorable conditions. They are very resistant and help the bacterial cell to overcome any adverse conditions. This prokaryotic cell is different from eukaryotic cell. We shall be discussing it in the next class. Now, for your convenient, you can just copy down these notes. Golgi Apparatus, discovered by Camillo Golgi, and consists of, as we have already discussed, tubules called cisternae, vesicles, and vacuoles. Ribosomes involved in protein synthesis. They have two subunits, larger subunit and smaller subunit. They may be of 70S type which are found in prokaryotic cell and ATS type in the eukaryotic cell. S stands for Sediberg unit. Next we come to the plastids, leucoplast, chromoplast and chloroplast. We shall be discussing about one more important organelle, vacuoles. This is done. Please over. Just vacuoles, these are prominent in plant cell, and in animal cell they may be small or may be absent. Vacuoles are prominent in the plant cell, that is, they occupy the center position of the cytoplasm so that the nucleus is pushed towards the periphery. Vacuoles are clear space in the cytoplasm which are bounded by a membrane, single membrane called tonoplast. Within it, the clear space is filled with water, certain organic or minerals and pigments, as I mentioned earlier, anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are specific pigments which impart colors such as blue, violet or purple to the petals of flowers or fruits. Vacuoles are important for plant cell because they maintain the turgidity of the cell. If the plant cell loses turgidity, it leads to wilting, and in severe cases, it may also lead to the death of the cell or the death of the plant. In animal, since these vacuoles are small, in lower animals, they are like the protozoans. In amoeba, you find that there's a structure called as contractile vacuole, which are involved in the elimination of the waste products. We have the vacuoles, which are sac-like structures, clear space in the cytoplasm filled with water and organic solvents. Then we have the centrosome. Copy down these diagrams in the copy. We have the centrosome with centrioles and the prokaryotic cell found in bacteria and cyanobacteria, that is blue-green algae. That's all for today.